You can use this no matter if you are scripting or affirming or visualizing or imagining or whatever other technique you like to do to manifest. Hi and welcome to Knowing Into Being. My name is Max, and as always I thank you a lot for tuning in. Today I want to talk about the relaxation and the focus that is needed to do a proper technique or do a proper imaginary session, and I will talk about how to achieve that in different times of the day. So stay tuned until the end, because this video is going to be very helpful, especially if you have troubles with visualizing or with focus when you do any sort of technique. First of all, a very quick reminder of what I said in the last video, and that is that you should always approach your techniques from a point of joy and fun and not with focusing on any outcome. You don't do this to gain anything, you don't actually do this to manifest anything, you do this to enjoy doing it. Whenever doing manifesting techniques doesn't feel right, if it feels like a chore or if it feels like a very difficult task, there is something a little bit off, and now I'm gonna tell you how you can fix this. It's quite easy actually. I highly recommend you to learn to meditate in general. You can do some sort of mindfulness or awareness meditation. You can do just breathing meditations. You can do the I am meditation that Neville Goddard talked about, which means to just repeat the words I am in your mind as long as needed until your mind is completely calm and free of any other thoughts. So this all can work very well. You can practice this many times a day. You can also practice it just before you do your manifesting technique. Both will help. You have to figure out your own pace and your own quantity that leads you to the optimal focus. Another thing that I think is very, very helpful for me is to hit the reset button. And what that means is, like, if you try to do a technique but it just doesn't feel right, or you cannot focus, or it even like triggers bad emotions or something, contrary thoughts, or you just have a racing mind with a lot of intrusive thoughts that are not related to the manifestation, then it can help a lot to just hit the reset button. And for me that is definitely taking a nap and also going to the gym, or sometimes even just taking a shower can make a big difference. So if you want to start your technique and you feel like, oh, you cannot focus, you're not calm enough, just take a shower and try it again afterwards. Or take a nap and try it again afterwards. Or go for a walk and try it again after that. Because it's very popular and also highly recommended, I want to talk about SATS, which means states akin to sleep. The state akin to sleep is when you are almost falling asleep at night in your bed, or even during the day when you take a nap. And that means that you are in between being awake and sleeping, and this is the probably most powerful state to manifest in, and it's highly recommended by Neville Goddard and all his fans. For him it's basically like a guarantee that things that you imagine in this state and fall asleep in these scenes, in that assumption that this is real. But there are many people that have troubles with it, like me. They just fall asleep. So what you can do to not fall asleep is to choose a quite uncomfortable position that prevents you from actually falling asleep. It's also often recommended by people to focus on your breathing or counting backwards before starting the imagination session. This definitely helps to calm your mind, but it can also lead to falling asleep. So what I love to do is to imagine in the morning, first thing after waking up, I just sit up on the edge of my bed and then start my imagination session. And that has the benefit of not falling asleep and still being in this kind of half awake, half asleep, powerful state with theta brainwaves. That is a rather slow vibration, and that means that your brain will not race and not jump to other thoughts. It will have less intrusive thoughts, and it can really be very, very good for manifesting. And I highly recommend that. So if you have troubles and if you fall asleep when you try to do SATS, then the best way, in my opinion, is to turn it around and do it in the morning when you are in this beautiful theta brainwave, but you are not gonna fall asleep because you just slept enough and you are sitting instead of lying. You can, of course, also do any sort of technique during the day, even if your brain during the day is operating mostly in beta or alpha brainwaves, which are fast brainwaves that come with more random thoughts and more distraction probably. But still, if you do something like counting backwards from 300, or focus on breathing, or do a mindfulness meditation, or do the I am meditation that I mentioned before, you can come into a very calm and relaxed state with very little intrusive thoughts any time of the day. Sometimes it's just not the right time to visualize or do other techniques, so in that time just drop it and do it again later. Once you calmed your mind more, it will work. So there is no pressure, there is no rush in manifesting. You can do it anytime you feel like it, anytime you feel good about it. Try what works for you in that moment, do what feels good. You create your own rules. So you don't have to follow any rules of anyone, neither mine, nor any other YouTubers, nor Neville Goddard or Abraham Hicks or whatever. You do what you like to do, and what feels good to you is what's gonna manifest the best. Very important is also to not obsess over your manifestations, nor the outcome, nor the manifesting process, nor the techniques. That's super crucial because many people get very caught up in this. So they try so hard that it becomes a hassle, and that will definitely not be conducive to manifesting. If you feel like it's hard, skip it, hit the reset button, do any of the calming or focusing techniques that I mentioned before, or just skip it and try it again later at some other point of the day or even the next day. Because we are not able to focus that well sometimes, and then there is really no need to force it. If you're trying really hard, that kind of means you are in a state of lack and wanting the thing so much. That's why you try so hard. And of course, the universe will pick up on that and will give you more of not having and more of trying. Also, always be grateful for everything. That can help a lot too. You are fine how you are right now. Everything is fine how it is right now. Think about all the good things in your life. I'm sure your life is actually pretty amazing in comparison to the average person on this world. Be grateful for your eyes, for your ears, for your brain, for your lungs. Be grateful for your cup of coffee, for the sun, for the flowers, for your friends, for the internet, for the water supply. Whatever it is, it can be very simple things that you can find gratitude in, and that will also help a lot to relax about the manifestation. Always take into account that the creation is finished, and all the parallel realities and situations and outcomes that are possible are one with you now. So the money, the SP, whatever it is, the job, the career, anything that you want is actually one with you, and it all exists already. Every parallel reality is equally true and possible, so always relax about it. There is always moving in the background. You will manifest what you want anyway, because you are really, really powerful, so please relax about it. One more thing I want to talk about is guided meditations. So many people like guided meditations. I can kind of recommend it for beginners in manifesting or intermediate, but once you reach a certain level, I think it's definitely better to meditate and visualize on your own, because it's a bit difficult to find a guided meditation that really fits your needs, that really has the specifics that you want, or that gives you enough space to think about your own details. So it's not so easy to find one that really matches what you are looking for. You can search, there are many on YouTube, maybe you can find a good one. But I highly recommend to visualize and meditate just by yourself if you can, because the guided meditations kind of keep you a little bit in the 3D reality, because you have to pay attention and listen to the guide, and also it makes it more difficult to hear what you want to hear in your imagination, because you're still focused on hearing what your meditation guide is saying. So whenever you can visualize and meditate without guides, I think it's working much better. So once you are able to do that, then please do it on your own. Another thing how you can improve your visualizing skills is to just practice visualizing things like items or situations. You can pick things that are absolutely not important to you, like Neville Goddard teach to imagine a lemon and to imagine a tennis ball and then imagine a baseball. You can feel the different textures, you can smell a different smell, you can see it and stuff like that. It can help to improve your visualizing and focus skills. So give that a try. If you feel like you cannot visualize, then maybe focus on another sense, maybe focus on hearing, focus on touching. The visual part alone is not the key. You can imagine in many ways, and all of them can lead to amazing results. Yeah, so I think I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you even more for watching the whole video. Thank you even more for liking, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. I'm really excited to talk to you in the comments or to see you in the next video, or both. So thank you a lot for being here with me today. Have a great day, have a great night wherever you are. Happy manifesting, know your power, and see you next time. Bye bye.